All right, guys, we are live on the channel, man. Listen, we're going on a blind date, man. First time you see Fresh on a blind date. Let's go. Actually, trying to figure this out. Wait, I can't see anything. There we go.
Look at you. Nobody cares, bro. Get out. Get out.
It's the night, kind of black. In the night, no control.
Go. Put your shoes on outside. You don't got to put them on in here.
I know the night is not as it seems. I must believe in something, so I'll make myself believe it. This night.
All right, guys, we're back. And I know what you're saying. No after hours? Listen, man. We'll get into that a little bit later. But hold up. Stop the show. Today's going to be a blind date episode. We have the lovely
CJ Sparks.
All right, tell them who you are, what you do, where you're from, and what's good.
I'm CJ Sparks. I'm a podcast host, sobriety influencer, bikini model. Yes, I have an OnlyFans. All that
You have
good stuff.
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Damn, you didn't tell me that. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Okay.
And then, all right, for me, first question is on this blind date. What do you look for in a man?
Well, actually, what I look for in a man, he needs to be financially stable. So we're talking like he needs to be worth 5 million or more.
5 million
5
or
million.
more?
Or more, preferably more.
Stupid.
No way. No, I'm
Yes.
just kidding.
Yes.
Guys, I'm just kidding, man. I am
I'm not kidding, just so you know.
Wait, you're dead ass serious?
That's serious.
By the way, guys, I'm not a blind date, man. I'm just kidding here, by the way. She said, see you later. And Boogie's like, hell no. 5 mil? Wait, are you serious?
Yeah. When I go on seeking arrangements and I look for all my dates, I want them to be worth at least 5 million.
What you know about that website?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I know about it?
What the heck? No, because we tell everyone in the chat to go on there to like actually get dates because there's a lot of like, good catches on there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
There's a lot of good catches. That's what you tell your chat. That there's
Yeah, I mean, like,
good women, good,
once you
good
don't gotta,
loyal women.
once you don't gotta pay, then it's good. But
Yeah. Well, you should always pay though. If you're dating, you should always take care of her.
I don't mean paying on a date is different than paying directly. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you don't.
Yeah.
That's a little weird. I think that's a different thing that sometimes people would connect to seeking arrangements, but I don't use it that way. I just want for my boyfriend to take good care of me.
And that's fair. All right, guys. By the way, we're gonna do a stream here with the lovely CJ Sparks, and a guest is coming actually right now. So we started anyway. So we'll do like a live Q&A, and then we'll get into the blind date. But who we got here first, man? And shout out to everyone in the Seal Network doing well as well. Shout out to everyone in here supporting. All my guys in here. Keep chilling. What's up, bro? It's my guy right here, Don DeMarco.
Dom DeMarco.
You guys hear me okay? Okay. My boy Fresh, let's go. Shout out to you, man. Someone says, bruh, no after hours. Guys, we put out an announcement saying that with the update, saying that we got calls to make, and as well, for example, stuff going on in the background. And it's been raining here like crazy, so we're not doing it today, but Wednesday we'll be back. So we got you guys, man. No problem. All right. And then we got Reppin' Time Fitness says in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you supporting. Oh, man. I've not been streaming for a minute, bro. I'm glad to be back. Okay, cool. And let's see what else is here in here. Big up to you guys, man. Okay, so let me ask you this.
Okay.
How's it been dating so far as a bikini model? Because I'm just curious how it's dating for you.
Well, I don't put bikini like I wouldn't even put my Instagram pictures on my seeking arrangements app because you want them to like not look at your body.
Question, is that the only site you use for like dates?
Yes. Yeah.
Why that over Tinder, Bumble? I know why, but just for them, why that over Tinder, Bumble?
Why I use seeking arrangements for my dating primarily is just because I just want the guys to know that I want to be treated well. Gifts are my love language. I talk about this on my podcast, Inside OnlyFans. Gifts are huge for me. And so I don't want to be resentful at somebody if they don't kind of already have that embedded in their brain.
That should be a part of like their setup for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I want the guys to want to do it, because like you've probably tried to get coerced to do something that you didn't want to do before. It doesn't feel good. And that could be anything. It doesn't even have to pertain to like a gift. It can just be anything. Nobody feels good when they want, when I have to continually ask for something, or when you feel like you're being forced to do something. So it's really nice because that's where you can find guys that take pleasure in that.
So wait a minute. You're telling me gifts. Was it gifts worth $5 million or regular gifts?
Oh, like regular gifts,
Like?
regular gifts and some high end gifts, like perfume. Perfume is huge for me. I love perfume. I'm like a perfume junkie.
Okay.
So perfume can be any like $20. I have perfumes like from Walmart, and then I have like Baccarat and all the nice stuff. And
What's the nicest perfume someone ever bought you?
Oh gosh. Okay, so there's the Star perfumes.
Oh, the number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are really nice. And then the Baccarat is probably like my newest, nicest one.
It's funny. I just got a bottle from the mall recently. It smells really good. Number 5.
Yeah.
It's the black one I have. Okay. And then
Okay.
a question for you as well. So let's say you find a guy on the site, right?
Mhm.
Like, what makes you respond to him over somebody else? Like, what gives you like saying, you know what, this guy's pretty cool, interesting. I want to respond to him.
Okay, so I'm not a looks person, and I like to date. I preferably date older guys. I actually dated a younger guy recently, and it was just like really bad. I was like, oh gosh, this is too much.
Damn.
So I don't care about
Looks?
looks. I just really want to be treated well.
No looks at all?
Yeah, I've dated guys that are like overweight, or that are not really good looking, like maybe
Overweight?
have like a little brown on their teeth or something. I don't care. I think they're cute.
Hell no. Okay. Hold on. Toxically Masculine says, can we run Money Monday on Wednesday too? Had a question for y'all on real estate. Bro, don't worry, bro. We'll answer these questions as well on Wednesday. We got you, bro. Don't stress. Brian Gonzalez says, 5 million for an eggless woman with OnlyFans? LOL. What the fuck?
I mean, I feel like I have a few eggs.
Wait, how old are you again?
37. So
37?
I would be lesser in the egg department. Yes.
Do you want kids?
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you this though. Wouldn't it be harder at this age now to get kids?
Yes.
So what if your man said, hey, you know what? I want a younger chick to have kids with. Would you be mad?
I would want to, if we had tried and I couldn't, then yeah, I mean, I would have to. I would still like want to be his wife, but yeah, we can figure it out. I think all men cheat. So yeah.
Shout out to yo. At least she's realistic, bros. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So you're telling me you meet a guy, he's successful, he wants kids, you can't give it to him. He said, you know, babe, I want to have a baby with somebody else, but I still love you. Is that cool?
That's fine. I mean, that's fine. I would like kind of want to be like in the relationship too, though. Like, can she love me?
No.
Can she love me too?
He ain't
Or
leaving.
is she just on the side?
He's not leaving you.
Yeah, that's fine. I would, I mean, honestly, to sit here and say that would be fine and there wouldn't be any emotions around it ever.
Okay.
I'm sure it would present its challenges, but I'm like not gonna leave if I can't give my husband kids and he's like looking me in the eye and saying, I want kids. Like, I'm not gonna leave you, but I need to go make some kids. Like that's being realistic.
Okay.
That's all I want.
That's fair.
Okay, thanks.
Machika says, fresh look like under. Screw you, bro.
What's that?
It means I look like under the bed. It means really dark.
Oh,
Because you can't see me.
oh, Jesus.
Okay. Lovely. Yeah, guys. So
He paid money to say that though. So
yeah, I mean, they roast me. They roast everybody. It's just part of the game.
it surely is.
Jeff White says she gets 6 cat bags.
A bag?
Okay, so there's a running joke on the show where we have a delusion calculator where it kind of like calculates your chances of finding a real man that you actually want.
I've seen it. I've seen the show. I'm a big fan of you guys. So
Appreciate it.
I'm
So
down
he's
for
saying
it.
that you got like 6
No.
6. Yeah, 6 of them.
I mean, I don't. But did I though? Because I'm like not expecting loyalty. So
Might be a little bit lower.
I feel like maybe 3 cat bags.
We'll do it on the show next time you come.
Okay.
How about
that? Okay. Can't wait
Let's see.
for my
Brian,
cat
goes
bags.
up. Brian says, "W for being realistic, ma'am." So he used to give you thanks for being realistic.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
At least we know. Someone said she's older than Moses. What the fuck?
I'm older than Moses.
Yo, chat, what's wrong, y'all niggas, man? MT says, how does Myron only have 400 bodies if 1K plus? Well, my friend, I'll give you this one saying. you attract more you attract more bees with honey than you do with fire. That makes sense. Waylon Hare says, what do you rate yourself 1 out of 10? It's a very good one.
Okay, so I am still, but I'm a big Kevin Samuels fan.
Okay.
So I know that I like go down, like I lose points because I'm over 25 or 35. So I realistically think I'm an 8 because I know you can't say 7. And I'm
An 8?
yes.
Okay. Is that looks, personality, everything?
Yeah, like whole package.
Okay. Interesting. Actually, I'm curious because you're a little bit older, right?
Yes.
Have you dated any celebrities?
Have I like slept with any celebrities?
Well, like dated any like seriously?
No, not any seriously. I've went out like on a few dates, but I'm not dated it. I haven't slept with anyone. I mean, a soccer player once in China. He was like a
In China? What were you
Yeah.
doing in China?
I was there working. I was doing like a little fashion show. They had flown in me and another gal.
Okay.
And, so I was like doing I think I was like the plus size because all the Asian women are like sticks.
Oh, they're
so-
really skinny.
Yeah. So we were like it's me and another girl that was a little more curvy. So I think we were like the plus size models. And that was pretty cool. But so this guy like hunted me down on Instagram and he was like, I just want to speak English with somebody. And he was from Portugal and he's like really, really hot. But he's like a C or a D list. Celebrities don't impress me.
Did he bring you like gifts?
We went out and we had a nice dinner, but no, he didn't bring me any gifts. We just had a really good conversation. But he wasn't my boyfriend.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fellas, you deserve more. She deserves less. Okay, just saying. We got here.
I
Tuscany
dated a
Master-
YouTube guy.
YouTube guy?
Yeah.
I think I know who it is.
Yeah, you do. He gave me gifts.
What's his name?
RSD Tyler.
Shout out to RC Tyler, man. Awesome guy, by the way. Okay, why would he stay with you when you can't give him what he wants, kids? When he can get the lower maintenance girl with many, many, many eggs? Ooh. So he's answering the question, why would he stay with you if he can get kids from somebody else?
I mean, this is a hypothetical situation. So, I mean, it's not really happening. So that was just like the hypothetical situation. I guess theoretically, I agree. It wouldn't make sense. But the hypothetical situation was that if my husband that I was married to loved me and wanted to stay with me and then wanted to go and get a younger girl pregnant, then that I would allow it. So, I mean, beyond that, I would hope it wouldn't happen in real life, of course, but
Well,
I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
Hopefully not. Someone says, this is Dr. B84 says, you are not 8. What do you say to that?
Okay. I mean, we're not on a date, like with Dr. B84.
Damn, shots fired.
We wouldn't ever go on a date with that look.
Oh,
hell no!
bro, you gonna take that, bro? You gonna take that for real? We got here, Restless Polymath says, can she do a twirl? Ask her if she's balcony gang and show her what's up.
Is that about, so I presume that's like fucking on the balcony or
Yes,
something.
it is. What the- Guys,
I can barely go out there. I'm scared.
she's scared of heights, and we're just friends, by the way, okay? Just so you know. This guy's crazy, man. Oh, but they want you to do a twirl if that's cool with you. Up to you.
Why? So then everyone can say, she's not an 8. She's not an 8. You
That's
guys have to earn it. Why don't you give them some more tips?
That's trying to make it higher, but yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. How
Yep.
many tips do we have?
If we get a 50, she'll do a spin. How about that?
Yeah. No,
Wait.
100.
100?
Yeah.
Okay,
know
so-
your worth, King.
That's funny. Willow says, can you give us a spin?
when we get 100.
Okay. Guys, by the
It'll
way,
be worth it, I promise.
like I said, we got the guest coming right now. Just waiting for them to pull up in an instant. Brian says, she wrote at Noah's Ark. What the fuck?
2 by 2.
It isn't because you're a lot older. That's probably why.
Brian, I thought we were friends.
Toxically Masculine says, you're not allowing anything with a 5 mil man. Okay, I think
I don't
Sing-
understand.
You think it's probably impossible for you to get a 5 mil man.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. I'm well aware that it's a big ask, and I'm well aware that there's no $5 million men on here that are going to be like actually giving me any real type of advice or anything. So
But you said you're an avid fan of Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. Do you think You deserve a $5 million man?
Okay, so I actually talked to Kevin Samuels. I spent an hour with him about a year before he died.
That was you.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, you look
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so Kevin Samuels told me that I had pretty I was in pretty prison. And so he was telling me like I need to drop the scarf, like, you know, hypothetically and even actually in person, I need to go out and like actually try.
Wow. So even in his passing, he left you with a message that stuck with you.
Yeah, he left me with a lot. I actually we taped, I assume, or we videoed the whole interaction. I assume probably just, God forbid, somebody ever said he did something, or, you know, so for his safety. But I wish like I could get my hands on that tape. Like I'd pay good money, $5 million.
So you did it in person?
Yeah, when he came to Beverly Hills, because remember he would do his I forget what he called them, like his thought groups or something like that. I wasn't thought, but it was like a conversation where he would go and he would actually like go into the field. And I like emailed, I was so excited. I thought I was going to be in a room with him and a bunch of women. And it was actually just like me and him one-on-one. I was like shaking. I was so excited because like he really was like a father figure for me.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
You know, Kevin Samuels didn't say, CJ Sparks, you don't deserve a $5 million man. But what he did tell me is he was like, CJ, at this stage in the game, everybody has something. And I told him too, like my requirements, I was like, I'll date older. I date a man of any race. I don't necessarily need like spoil me with loyalty and all that good stuff.
So what about Asian?
Yeah.
Asian, Indian?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Chad, you hear that?
I'm really big on personality. So I always say if we lined up all my exes, they'd all look different. But the personality, I'll be big. Yeah, guys that were just like that had presence that people would look up to. They'd walk into a room for one reason or another. Maybe they weren't good looking, but they dressed really well, or maybe they were super smart, or, you know, so when they open up their mouth, then people would say, oh, okay, if we had them all on the line.
So basically high value men, so to speak.
Yeah, I guess so. I know that's like it's such a widely used term anymore. You know, like what is that actually? I would consider as high value men, but it's so widely used. So Kevin Samuels didn't tell me that I don't deserve a $5 million man, but he did tell me like nobody's perfect out here. So like you just have to, if I want something, like I have to go out there and make it happen. I can't just sit back in my pretty prison and expect that everybody's going to come up to me and do all the work. I have to like make it be known.
So here's a $1 million question though.
$5 million question?
$5 million question. Okay. Do you know what that man actually wants from you?
Yeah, probably, you know, like femininity and loyalty. Like he doesn't want to come home after a hard day at work, or after he's been gone traveling, and have me nagging about something, or, you know, have me on him for something or other, or, you know, asking him, where have you been? What have you been doing? You didn't answer my last text. Like, I think femininity and loyalty are probably the top two. I know it's been said differently, but in my opinion, that's what he would want.
Okay. I mean, there's a little bit more than that, but we'll give you that for now.
Okay, thank you.
We got here, Machaka again says, Chris, first getting some cheeks tonight. Yo, chill, bro, chill. We're just friends, bro, relax.
What?
He means like we're doing something.
Clapping cheeks?
Yeah, that's like
okay.
Term for like smashing. But we're not. MT says, Fresh, who decided to be friends, you or her? Oh my God, bro. This is a blind date, not for me, for somebody else, okay? I'm just waiting till he comes so we can make it happen, okay? Relax, man. Damn.
I was DMing Fresh. I was like, Fresh, please. I thought I was going to be on Fresh and Fit. And now I'm at my hotel by myself and I drank a bunch of caffeine. I need to go out and do something. He's like, fine.
Yeah, we're doing a stream for her. So shout out to her and as well the special guest. So we got Brian says, manifest him, girl. We don't believe in logic over here.
Brian, with your $199 and your real estate photo. Okay. Go to work. Go to work.
Brian looks like he's in business, man.
Brian looks untrustworthy.
Holy moly! Paula Monslick. What the? Damn. Yo, shout out for Paula Monsalve. Yo, what the? Yo, shout out to Paula Monsalve. Am I saying that right? Monsalve,
maybe.
$500. That's crazy. Yo, big donor for you, bro. Don DeMarco once again. That is crazy, bro.
I think Paola wants Brian to just like be blocked. I'm pretty sure that's what that was for.
I think personally, Now you got to do a spin.
Yeah, of
Because
course.
at
of
that
course.
point, that is insane.
Woohoo.
Like, that's insane. Okay, go. I'll hold it for you. Okay, so for
Wait, I can't spin because
for 37, I can hold y'all, chat, man. She's in shape. Damn. Okay. And she's single. Listen, man. She wants a $5 million man. So anyone with $5 million in here, let her know what's up. 5 mil. Yes, Kev is a legend. Shout out to him.
that was so awesome. Thank you to that person.
Wow. That's a big dono, bro.
Paola's
Is that a guy or
woman's-
girl?
A woman's name. I think Paola got a hold of her $5 million man's credit card.
Thank you. I don't know who you are, but appreciate that so much. Okay.
Yay.
Waylo says, you're 37, most likely a lot of bodies / baggage, and you want $5 million a year. What do you bring to a man that makes that much? Something tangible. So he wants to know, okay, loyalty, peace of mind, but what's tangible that you're going to bring to him that he can't get anywhere else?
Nothing tangible. Just femininity and loyalty.
That's it?
That's it.
But wouldn't you say that, like, if a woman really wants a man, she could do the same thing?
If a woman really.
So let's say, right, there's a girl that's 22 years old
Mhm.
that's basically giving the same thing, femininity and
Mhm.
loyalty.
Mhm.
How would you stand out from her?
I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to.
Damn.
I'm not gonna. What am I supposed to do? Fight her?
No, I'm just saying.
If we were going after, if we were, let's just say
The same
me
man.
and this woman were going after the same man, I wouldn't be able to. I could just only be like the best version of myself at 37. I could be like, I'm sober. I'll go to AA. Like, maybe that would stand out. I'm not in the club.
Yeah, you can send him up. Thank you. All right, bro. Yeah, send him up. Yeah. All right, G. Okay, so he's here.
Woo!
The guest is here. Now listen, man.
And he brought a 22-year-old, and we're gonna fight till the death, till our tops come off, guys.
Listen, you know, right, that I'm a man of God. But at the same time, they call me Hitch for a reason, because I make things happen.
Okay.
So I might have found her a dream man, or maybe not. Who knows? But we're gonna find out.
Or his nightmare.
Or his nightmare. There you go. But I guarantee you, she won't be disappointed because guys, you know who it is, man. W Wingman in the chat. I make it happen. Anyhow,
You can't bust it open on YouTube.
you want to get us banned, bro? Damn,
Sir.
that's wild. Okay, that's funny.
Bust it open.
By the way, guys,
Good grief.
displaying where it says, "Yo, shout out CEO Network, guys. It is closed for this month, but next month I'm gonna reopen it." We had today on a call Sneeko. Shout out to him, big supporter. And actually, guys, if you don't know who Sneeko is, start the show real quick because we did a W event on Saturday at the UFC, and Sneeko met Trump.
Wow.
Guys, when I tell you he applied the CEO tactics for networking, I told him what to do. He did it. He succeeded, guys. So shout out to Sneeko for.
Look at how big of a smile. Look how happy Trump is to meet Sneeko. He is like, this is the best day ever.
And that's Jidon in the back. Academics right there as well.
Nice.
And then I had pictures as well, but I had it with like other people, of course.
If I would have seen Donald Trump, like I don't know, I would have rushed towards him. And I love Melania too.
Okay, give me one sec, guys. I'm actually gonna go and get the guests. So you guys stay here. Just talk to them real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Talk to the people.
You got it.
Okay, guys. So we're gonna need more tips. Don't worry, I've got this.
Tell them other stuff. And if you want to, you can also do this as well.
Okay. Okay, you're trusting me with a lot here.
You can talk to them.
Okay. Hey guys. So you can roast me, you can do whatever you want, but let's get some more tips in the chat here. Oh my god, I'm trying to read all the. You passed the wall, but I build them for a living. Thank you, Corey. Man of God. Love that. Jesus. There's so many comments. You guys don't want to give Fresh any? Yes, I have fake titties. No BBL. I get ass shots though. You can see that on my Instagram. Okay, I am honest. Yes. Thank you, Alvin. I can get my money up. You can't buy down your age. Well, then go for it, Brian. Why are you sitting in here talking? Jibber jabbering like a woman. A lot of talk and no action. Very feminine, Brian. Okay. There's no tips. Body count. This isn't a strip club. I know it's not a strip club. I hope that was to somebody else. Are you going to key his car if he doesn't text you tomorrow? No. Come on now. What tip is she asking for? She looks like Kylo Ren. I love Kylo Ren. I haven't seen the new episodes yet. Oh my God, this is so many. I bet you got a blah, blah, blah. I know. Why no fresh and fit today? Yeah, for sure. Don't go to my OnlyFans / CJ Sparks, CJSPARXX. And I'm a podcast host. You can come on my podcast, Inside OnlyFans. Ask Fresh, when am I going to be on the show?
Of course, bro. I got you.
I'm not crying inside. I am realistic. That's right. I will. Thank you. Thank you for the uplifting comment, Yelson.
No, you're not. Come this way.
Not a part of Balcony Gang. Some top secret stuff happening. I'm the captain now, guys. Sorry.
Make way. Yes, the honor's here. This is chair right here. Cool. All right. This is the mic. All right, guys. We're live right now, actually.
Oh,
So, guys, the guest of honor is here, actually, as we speak. And, guys, remember in the call earlier what she said she wanted for a man? So we're going to go through this. It's a live date. So you guys meet each other. You can shake hands if you want to. Okay. Here's the microphone. Talking to the mic.
Hey, what's up?
And I'll leave that one off. Okay. So you guys start. And here we go.
So what do we do?
So basically,
You're the man. You're supposed to take charge.
this is a blind date. She's in front of you right now. I'm out here on a date with her. What are you gonna say? What you gonna do?
Are you hot?
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
I'm an 8.
8.
Yeah.
This is our first date, right?
This is our first date.
Before the first date, I would actually ask you. I'd like to be transparent right from the get-go. So
How many children do you have?
me?
And
No, I don't
how many
really care
baby
about-
mamas?
I don't really care about that stuff. I care more about, are we gonna have sex on the first date, right? So I would probably ask you indirectly, but
Thank God for the indirectness of that question.
so would the answer be yes?
No. Any man who asks for sex on the first date never gets it.
Then I guess we wouldn't have a date to begin with, but we can pretend this conversation never happened.
Okay, perfect.
But-
Perfect. Let's go back in time. I love that for us. The chat would agree that I need to go back many, many years in time.
I mean, do you think a girl can add any value like outside of sex? Because I don't
Yes.
think women can add any value outside of bearing my children.
I think that's kind of a sad way to live, but okay. This
not
is
sad,
such a
though,
sad
huh?
conversation. You're asking me for sex. Because like if I guess like an alpha male wouldn't really ask for sex. He would just kind of like make it happen. He would figure out a way to make it happen because alpha males are typically problem solvers. So it sounds like your biggest problem right now is that we're not having sex currently. So instead of asking for it, you probably have to figure out a
that's
way
why
to
I
solve
ask
that
right
problem.
away, right? I have a series of questions I usually ask
Okay.
to get a hint, and if the girl gets freaked out, I usually tell her what to wear.
I'm down
something
for
that's
that.
Sexy, no panties,
Of
blah
course.
blah, and you'll kind of get the hint, right?
Okay.
But I don't think there really is much value in women outside of sex because I've never met a woman that can be intellectually stimulating. Do you believe you're an intellectually stimulating woman?
I do. I
Ask
do
me
believe.
something that would intellectually stimulate me. Right now.
What's the last country that you traveled to and what did you do there? What was your top 3 favorite things?
That's something every girl would ask.
I mean, you can answer it or you can be combative.
Colombia. But I don't believe in traveling, and I hate traveling.
Okay, this date is over. I need to be traveling, sir.
What value do you see in traveling?
There's just so much that you can do and you can learn that you would never be able to read in a book, or even seeing pictures.
Really, I strongly disagree. What specifically is there? Because every woman, and I don't know why, I think they just have like, they don't think outside the box, or they just don't have that extra layer or dimension,
That's
or
fair.
their ability to like think at a higher level. But I don't see any value in traveling.
Okay.
Like
We
why would you
we
wanna
disagree. We
travel throughout-
disagree strongly there. When I was in Peru last, I went to Rainbow Mountain. It took me almost 2 hours. I was like, however many thousands of
Well, what's
feet.
the value of going there?
There's a lot of value in the experience. It just, I mean, I walk around like LA where I live, and I see all these
Could you
different
not
shops and
See
different
it on
things that
Google
don't.
Maps or YouTube.
Yeah, you could see it on Google
Like if you want to
Maps.
see the Eiffel Tower, you can get a way better view on YouTube, right?
Yeah, but what are you like learning from that experience of
What are
Googling
you
the
learning
Eiffel
from in
Tower?
person?
You're gaining experience, you're gaining knowledge, you're kind of
What
seeing how other
experience or
people
knowledge?
live. You're seeing how the other people live. When I was up at this Rainbow Mountain, there were all these tiny women that were up there, and they were selling food, and this was food that they had made. They had their
You
babies
more or
up there.
less already know how people live in different countries, right?
No,
Like
I disagree. No.
before, I live in Colombia part time, but before I moved
Passport
to
bro.
Colombia,
Everybody raise their hand in the chat if you're a passport bro.
but before I moved to Colombia, I more or less knew exactly how a third world
You
family.
sound so jaded. I actually feel really bad for you
Why do you feel bad for me?
because it sounds like you don't have much joy in your life.
No, I just think most people they think they like to travel, they like to make excuses, but in reality, it's just to add to their Instagram gallery. right?
No, I wouldn't.
Actually, every single girl I've ever met in my life, that's all they do.
Right.
Instagram photos.
Right. I do a
So
lot of
you
Instagram
do it
photos.
for you do it too, right?
Well, I was actually incredibly scared to get on my very first plane. Like I thought if I got up and jumped like on the plane that the plane was going to go down and crash and burn. So like after I got over that hump, it was really exciting for me to travel and just see all these different
But do you
things.
travel for yourself or to impress others?
I travel for myself. Also, my work requires me to travel as well.
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans, yes. But I have other things too. I've been doing modeling for about 15 years now. And so I have photographers that will fly me out and different groups of people that will fly me out in order to promote an event.
So I guess again, what sort of value do you actually see? Because let's just say Paris, for example, like what sort of experience, how does that make you a better person? By
I mean, it's
going there?
beautiful to go and hear people speak in a different language and try different
But
food.
do you understand
and-
that time is very limited? And
I do.
given the amount of time and resources, it's probably not a strong ROI spending that much money and time, whatever it is, to travel to another country. And, when you think about airport time, transit, packing, all of that shit, is it actually really worth all of that effort?
Yeah, it has been for me. I
I
mean,
mean,
that's why you have to work
what's
harder so
one-
you can get us a private jet.
What's one lesson that you've learned from traveling?
To be thankful for what I have, and that when I'm in LA, I'm actually in a bubble, and that a lot of people don't live like I live, and it reminds me to be
You don't
grateful.
need to travel to do that. If you want to be thankful or be happy, whatever you
Mhm.
want to call it, you can do that by just decreasing your baseline, right? So if you want to be appreciative of food, don't eat for a week. If you want to be appreciative for what you have, like your bed, fucking sleep on the floor for a week. right?
That's beautiful, but how about if I go to Colombia and then I just don't eat as much? I don't have all the access to like Postmates or food coming in as fast as
I'm
I.
referring specifically to what you said, like, and I'm not saying this in a hostile way, but just for you to.
I don't feel hostility. You're fine.
But like what I'm saying is traveling itself really doesn't add much value, and most girls really just do it to impress others
I don't
for the
do.
Instagram.
I don't
photos.
travel to impress others. You seem to be really hell bent on that, but I don't
mean, it's
travel to
something I've
impress
thought
others.
about more than most girls actually do. So I think I know more about it. I'm more aware.
You could be very aware how, how it's typically thought of. Typically,
Okay, I'm gonna chime in here real quick. All right, so far, how's the date going? You think?
it's a zero. It's a zero. It's a zero person.
What do you think, Kevin?
I mean, I just don't believe in dating here because I generally don't think that women can really add much value at all outside of sex. And if you live in a country like Colombia where the women are much more appreciative, you can get everything that you want, which in most cases, guys, ultimately they just want to get laid, right? So you can skip the bullshit, pretending to care about their feelings, being a therapist for free for 2 hours.
I feel like
And
I've
then-
been a therapist for free for the last two minutes.
Hold on. So, question. You said earlier you want a man worth how much money?
5 million.
Kevin, how much are you worth?
more than 100.
You know what this is?
I don't know who this is. Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Tobias.
Is it Kevin, all right? Okay, question. So, let me ask you earlier, what does a man of that stature want from you? So, Kevin, what do you want in a woman? Just tell her real quick.
Ultimately, sex and to provide value to my children, to bear my children, to raise them, because I do see the value in women solely for the sake of raising my children. And I think ultimately that's all it comes down to. Even now, I don't think sex is something that's uniquely inherent to being in a relationship with a woman, right? So you can get it for nearly free in Colombia, and you can get 9s and 10s there for very cheap or free. So I think the main value in a woman is her taking care of your children.
Okay, question. Kevin, you want to take your blindfold off? Okay. What'd you rate her 1 out of 10?
I think what she said in terms of looks.
Thank you.
So, question. Would you take her on a date and vice versa?
I think if we made it clear about the sex,
Would that be bad if you told you up front what you wanted?
No, because all men want sex. All men would prefer sex on the first date. Of
so
course.
you prefer not to have that transparency?
I prefer not for a man to ask me for sex. I don't want to be asked. Women want to be led. So if we just happen to have sex on the first date, that's
But
fine.
you already know what I want.
Yeah, because you just told me now. But like if we were on a first date,
But
would you
said
still
all
behave that
men
way?
want sex,
Yeah.
right?
But you're still supposed to kind of be coy about it. Like you can't just sit plop down
So
and
you
you're
don't
like,
want me to be transparent. Do you want me to pretend I'm there for something else?
no, but there's a gray area, wouldn't you say? Are you just gonna plop down at the table and you're gonna be like, when's the sex start?
I mean, do you
It
think
just doesn't
girls-
sound
do
very,
you think
like-
men take girls on a date to be genuinely curious about their
No.
feelings?
No. But you would still need to play the game.
So you're saying you don't prefer transparency?
I want to be
Because
I want to be
transparency-
finessed. I
But-
want to
but
be
those are
finessed.
opposites, right?
But
Like,
being finessed?
you're saying you want me to role play and pretend I'm there.
Yeah,
for something
I would
else.
like for you to role play, Kevin.
We can do that kind of role playing.
Okay. Right here, right now, while the camera's
but I
running.
do believe, just after years of experience with women in Miami, it's always the same thing. A lot of them, I think what's worked for me is just being as transparent as possible, because no matter how hot a girl is, I'm not gonna, take them out on a date for 3 hours and then whatever else you do, right? Go to the club, take them back, have drinks, and then I gotta go jerk off, right?
Honestly, it sounds really bad. It sounds like a bad deal.
Yeah.
I'm there with you.
Hold on. Question. So, you mentioned earlier you like gifts, right?
Yes.
So, Kevin, what if
Did you
she's
bring me a gift?
what if she's like your mean girl? Would you give her gifts?
If she was what?
Like your mean girl.
Yeah, I think gifts that add value to her.
Traveling.
If
Kevin's like,
that's-
sleep on the floor, bitch. I'm like, okay.
If that's what you ultimately value, but I really don't think there's any value in traveling. But by main girl, I would say that prerequisite to be a main girl would be
Not
to
like
bear
traveling.
my children. I think that is the only way, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't want to have a life partner that lives with me where I have to accommodate to their needs for food. If I want sushi and you want pizza, I'm not going to negotiate on that, right?
Mhm.
Or if I want to travel, I'm not going to ask you for your permission, right? So I think the only value for me is for them to bear my children, and otherwise, I can't see any value. And even if a woman is intellectually stimulating, you don't need to be in a relationship with them, i.e., live with them and give up 50% of your freedom
Mm.
for the sake of, being in a relationship. Do you believe that women can? I mean, do you really believe that women can provide outside of, taking care of their children? Do you believe, like, for me, there is value?
I mean, there's going to be value where you kind of choose to see it.
But you have to give me an example.
I don't have to give you an example because, like, if you're emotionally connected, there will be value there.
Not for me specifically, but like an example of what a woman provides
For me,
outside of sex.
for me, when I come to the table, the hypothetical table, I just say femininity and loyalty. Like I'm not, like, as a woman, it's tough to say I'm going to bring something tangible. I'm not going to build you a house. I'm not going to, like, I can cook, I can clean, I could do all that. I'd rather not clean. Cooking's fun. But like, bringing something tangible, like, what,
But you could get femininity without being in a relationship.
Yes, you can. Yes. So that is why you're in Colombia with multiple women that don't require you to do
separate
anything.
sex and just femininity,
Yes.
which then if you take out the sex, then that's what your sister, your mother, your
Yes.
grandmother,
Yes.
any other female can provide, right?
Yes. Yes.
Or,
You're not wrong. Colombia is the right place for you.
and for most men.
I would disagree, but I would say for most men that would share the same thoughts and values.
Well, if you're a man that can make a living from online and you can live virtually anywhere,
You shouldn't live in America. I'm 1000% down for that. You shouldn't live in America for sure. Like, get out of here until Trump is president, then you can come back maybe. But
so
like-
you agree then that there is not much value. A woman
I
can
don't agree, but I could understand why, like, the passport bros exist. I can understand that.
I don't really watch YouTube, but what's a passport, bro?
It's just like a man that goes anywhere else but the United States to go and be with women because they require less, they demand less, like they're asking for less essentially. You probably wouldn't fall into necessarily like a passport bro situation because you have money. Typically it's men that don't have a lot of money and that kind of can't make it here in the United States. It sounds like you're doing okay in that area.
I think there's a lot more benefit outside of just for the sake of
But
chasing women.
Are you just not wanting, like, women to nag, or like, what is it? Like, did the Colombian women, they just don't nag? They give you sex on demand. They only want $20 versus $2,000. Like,
Well, in regards to Colombia, I moved to Colombia because it's not just the women, right? I think women and sex is actually a small percentage at this point in terms of, like, what percent of my time in thought is being allocated towards women and chasing women and sex, right? Because it's so freely accessible.
Mhm.
One of the main benefits is, unfortunately, men spend so much time thinking about women, right? Not just chasing them, not spending money on them, but just thinking about them,
Mhm.
right? And in Colombia, it's so easily accessible that your baseline, you get so used to it that you really don't spend much time thinking about girls. And
yeah, because Colombia is #1 for, like, sex trafficking and all that good stuff. That's sex tourism. Sorry, not sex trafficking, sex tourism. So, like, you're just, like, inundated with pussy. So, like, now you just don't have to think about it. Like, is that actually, like, a solve for that particular problem?
yes, and I think all men should
Go to
experience
Colombia
it
and get a bunch of
because-
pussy.
Yeah, I mean, go to Colombia and you can easily, even the average person can have sex with 3 different girls a day for 30 days straight.
Mhm.
Once you do that, you start realizing, hey, women are actually a huge waste of time.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So, and again, it's not just women. It is just in general. I would say, like the beggars, the workers, everyone there is a lot more appreciative because their baseline is way lower.
So, question for both parties here. Kevin, would you ever take out maybe to, like, smash? Or would you ever go on a date with him or smash?
I mean, she already knows the prerequisites, so it's ultimately up to her.
But if you notice, right, a man of value, a man of like many means, you could say, does have a setup, so to speak. So you said you want a $5 million man.
Mhm.
He's worth more,
Mhm.
but can you give him out like that what he wants?
I don't think I could give Kevin what he wants. I think Kevin's unhappy, and I just don't think like I could.
He's
I
really happy.
I don't think I could. I don't think I
happiness
could
is
give
real.
Kevin.
It's-
Yeah, he's not happy.
No,
I don't think I
mean,
could give
don't
Kevin
think-
what he wants respectfully. Like it wouldn't matter to me. Like if Kevin was like, okay, CJ, you're at home. I'm going to Colombia. I have 100 girlfriends there. I'd be like, okay, I'll miss you while you're gone, babe. Just leave me the black card. But like, that's not what Kevin wants. Like Kevin is searching for something much more outside of himself that probably nobody can provide but
What
himself.
are you searching for, though?
I want to get married and have kids, and I'm 37, so I have to do it like yesterday. So you know, that probably wouldn't work for us.
So would you be fine if, because I want to have, close to 100 kids.
Mhm.
So would you be fine if you were the main person and I can have one or two with you, but I would also have 98 other surrogate mothers?
So for something like that, I would want for you to be married to me. Like I would want to have your last name. I would want shared finances. I would want everything because like, God forbid you have like all these other like 97 children and then like I'm like left penniless. Like my kids need to be the first and I need to have your last name. You
Finances
can have
for
all
you.
the bastard kids.
For you or for the children? You need that
For-
financial
for-
security for you or the children?
For the family unit, being married and my children sharing the dad's last name is incredibly important to me. I can't wait.
So
all
for
these
you,
for the family unit to me as a family so
Right.
that we stay
but
together.
usually
So
when people
that
say I want financial security, they're referring to, obviously if we're together, I'm not going to leave you on the streets, right? So you're
is that
referring to-
obvious though? Is that obvious after everything that this guy has said?
If
I
we're-
mean, it
if
seems
we're
pretty
married-
heartless to me.
If we're married,
You would leave me on the streets, Kevin. If this balcony was not, this door wasn't closed, I think I'd be off the balcony already.
no, I mean, you can have a great life in Colombia.
I've been to Colombia. There's many people living great lives in Colombia. I'm not opposed to that, but like it would just be super important to me that I have a family unit for my children because I'm a child of divorce. It was a terrible, terrible divorce. I would never do that to my children. So
I agree.
I assume that my husband, maybe not in the very beginning, but at some point he's going to go outside of the relationship. I think that's a very safe assumption. That being said, I want to be the only woman who has his children that share his last name.
I would give that financial security as long as you sign a contract stating that.
Prenups are fine. That's fine.
No, not in terms of prenup, but I would be the decision maker in terms of the children, right? They would be raised under my standards. And
I would be
guidelines
fine.
and
I would be
those
fine
directions.
signing that. I would just always need for there to be like a bit of conversation, not combative conversation, but I would always want like to be in on, hey, this is the thing that I'm doing. This is the thing that we're doing.
But if it's a 50-50, like there needs to be an ultimate decision maker, right?
Of course.
That's why
It
board,
wouldn't be a 50-50. I would just want to be in on it.
sure. So, but I would be the ultimate decision maker.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So
You're the bread.
saying
You're the
I just
bread.
have to give you a
you're the
heads up that
breadwinner.
This is how.
Yeah, I just want to like be in the loop.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay. Well, I got a fair enough, so we're getting
got here.
somewhere.
Bitcoin Bobby says, misconception. Passport Bros has money to travel and want wives, not just to get laid. She's wrong.
You're a Bitcoin lover, so we don't take advice from you currently. Sorry, sir. Come back in a month.
Okay. We have here as well. Someone said end the fucking date. That's funny. Yo, guys, Kevin's straightforward, man. Guy makes a lot of money doing his thing. He's not here to play games. She knows what she wants as well. I mean, so to speak. W
With the
says,
side of delusion.
okay, I think that one ready. And then Brian says, Myron warns about men like that. Okay, question, brother. Why do you think it's better to pay in Colombia? Just tell me why.
Again, for me, I don't want to be a therapist for a woman and, have 2 hours of fake conversation unless it's organic. But in most cases, 99% of conversations are a waste of time and it's all generic, right? Just in general, like, how's your day? Everyone always says good. So most conversations are all very generic and meaningless, pointless. So I would rather just be completely transparent. And, you know, sex is a primitive behavior, just like eating food. We have a tendency to desire sex, just like we desire food. So for me, it's just to just itch that primitive instinct. That's all I see sex as.
And I'm curious, what does sex mean for you?
What does it mean for me? I guess I've never given that much thought what sex means. I think it's like, you know, something fun that you should not do with too many people as a woman. But like, I don't know what sex means. I mean, there's a bunch of endorphins released. Hopefully you come.
Wait, so you don't come all the time?
No, women don't come all the time. Is this news?
I don't know who you fucking, but the shorty I'm with be coming all the time, bro. What the fuck? Okay, Midana says, all I hear is FOMO from this one. Shamelessly bare about the delusion she's presenting. Come on now, give it up already. All right, well, I'll say this, man. I think personally, you want a man of value, $5 million, which is great to want, but I can tell you right now, they can have some crazy demands. And you think Kevin might be a little bit tough on demands, but I'm just saying, he's telling you up front what it is. That being said, Kevin, I know how you roll, bro. This is like easy peasy for you. The question, what do you say makes you different from most guys out here in Miami? How do you stand out?
Transparent, fully transparent as much as possible. So I try not to lie. And I try to avoid the fake conversations, the fake bullshit. And maybe it's not, you know, it is a negative for me, but yeah, I generally don't care about, you know, those general conversations, and I won't ask you how your day is if I don't care.
How did you even get him here? He just keeps saying how he loathes conversation. Like, how are you guys even friends? Have you ever asked him how his day is and all that good stuff? What do you guys talk about?
So listen, Kevin is the type of guy that goes with the flow. But at the same time, like, this is me like saying, yo, Kevin, I'm doing a show, pull up. He pulled up out of respect for me as a friend. So conversation itself, if it needs to be said regarding business, we'll talk about it. Other than that, man, we're just doing our thing, you know?
That's
but
fair.
I will say this about Kevin, though. He's straight to the point. There's no like him and a high. And actually speaking, like last night, actually no, Saturday, we went out. And tell him what happened Saturday night, bro.
Did you guys went to the fight?
No,
that
we
the
went to the club after.
Yeah. We just saw some mutual girl that we knew on Instagram, and I said, hey, you know, invite her out with us. I said, skip the bullshit though, just make sure she's down at the end.
Yes.
Right? Make sure she knows to be down at the end, because I don't want to we go out at 8 p.m., we get back at 4 a.m., right?
That's
I'm
a
not
long
going to
night.
waste half a day, you know, bullshitting with her.
I
And
have to
then-
say, I'm with Kevin on this one. I don't want to spend that long with somebody and not get something out of it either. I have about a 90-minute, like I think I even asked you, I'm like, how long is this interview going to be? So, I mean, I'm with Kevin on that one. So, but yeah, you should fuck a man after you spend 8 hours with him. I hope you guys got laid.
and I think
It was good?
I think it is very disrespectful for a woman to lead you on the entire way.
Yeah.
You know, get you hard, and then you're supposed to fucking, you know, jerk off at the end of it.
I'm like just envisioning you angrily jerking off. And I can't stop it. Like
I mean, I've been through my fair share of them, and like now
jerking off with tears. It's like,
So I think it's really just to, you know, skip to the point. Yeah.
that's fair. I don't know what kind of dates you guys are going on that are 8 hours though. Like,
No,
who
it
has
was-
the time?
It was like a full day of events. For example, went to the fight, had dinner, went to the party's another 4 hours by itself. And then it's like, okay, cool. After that, back to the crib, what's happening? So I'm just saying, like, okay, for most guys, they're gonna go on a date and hope to get sex to the end. He's just saying, look, don't waste my time. What's happening from the very beginning? And obviously, of course, it's gonna be an experience because you're with Kevin. So you pull up with police escorts, you're in a Bugatti, pull up to a club, bottles, food, champagne, you're having a good ass time. It's like, if I'm gonna do all that, you don't want to smash, what's the point? So makes sense.
That's fair. When you paint the picture like that, the guy has done all of this, and then at the end of the night, you're just gonna tell him to go home and jerk off angrily. I would be angry about it too.
Well, he's not angry, he just wants to smash.
he's a little angry if he doesn't smash. He's a little angry if he doesn't smash at the end of the night.
if
He
she
spent 8
misled me,
hours.
right? But if she told me from the get-go, hey, I'm not gonna smash, or I'm on my period, or whatever, she tells you ahead of time. But that's why I think it's important to gauge out a girl. Like, you tell her what to wear, those kind of things. Hey,
That's
dress
hot.
sexy.
That's hot. I
And
want to
if-
encourage that.
And if she gets freaked out, she's not down.
That's
right?
fair because you're giving her you're giving her instructions. If she can't follow instructions, then
Or at the very least, like, let me know before we leave the club so I can find a different girl.
okay. There you go. Okay.
Okay, guys, this was a crazy blind date. I mean, this is like light and dark. He's definitely so upfront. She wants to be told lies at the very beginning, let alone the path.
Typical woman.
To be fair, most girls want that. They want you to play the game,
Mhm.
play the part, and spit fire and create traction. But for a man of value like Kevin, I mean, he's like, bro, fuck this shit. I'm about to smash or not. So I get that part. All right, guys. So we'll do last thoughts here. So Kevin, last thoughts on the date, and then we'll do where they can find you, and then we'll do you where they can find you as well.
Okay.
You can find me in Colombia, Medellin, Colombia. We're going to Colombia soon. I'll be spending the next 6 to 12 months there. Or on Instagram, I guess. Kevin Tobias. That's about it.
Well, tell them what you're doing in Colombia, bro.
We're bringing in the first Bugatti, first Rolls Royce. We're all going to be there. You're going to be there. Everyone's going to be there. It's going to be crazy.
CJ's gonna be there.
And I really want to showcase the benefits of Medellin. And, if you can manage to make a living from just online, some sort of income where you can travel, I would highly recommend moving to one of these countries where
What other
they're
countries?
far more appreciative.
What other countries do
Third
you
world
recommend?
countries, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Panama, Ukraine. Maybe not right now, but definitely in like a year. Yeah.
What about you? Where can they find you, and what's up next for you, CJ?
What is up next for me? I'm doing my podcast, Inside OnlyFans. I travel a lot as well, so I'll be doing all of that. I won't be bringing a Bugatti wherever I go. So sorry to inform y'all. I do agree with Kevin. Colombia is a really cool place to be. I go to Medellin as well. I'm not buying all the hookers with Kevin, but I might go give it a shot. Who knows? We're in love now, so there's that.
I mean, I can get you hookers too if you want.
Thank you, Kevin. You're the best. Something good came from this date, supporting single moms in Colombia. I love it. But I am CJ Sparks, CJSPARXX on Instagram, CJ Doing Things with a Z on YouTube. I have my podcast, Inside OnlyFans. I have my OnlyFans, CJSPARXX on OnlyFans. I'm sober. I'm doing a lot of fun stuff, kind of just showcasing the fact that even though you're sober, we're reading books, we're getting flowers, we're traveling, we're doing things.
Ooh, if you wear that, I will take you out.
Okay, it's a deal. Bye, guys. I've got to go change.
Okay. All right. So I think this was a fun experience here. By the way, guys, just so you know, me and Kevin are going to do some big things in the future. Shout out to him for coming through, and also as well CJ. And once again, guys, honestly speaking, like Andrew, $1. Shout out to you, bro, for supporting. Hold on. Oh wait. Oh, the chat's funny, man. Listen, guys, I know we didn't do a show today. Oh, they said that you switched up real quick.
What?
Your opinion. But guys, I know we didn't do a show today. We're gonna do a show on Wednesday. Things going on in the background, big things with Rumble. Also as well as YouTube. I don't want to say what's happening, but it's coming on the way. But once again, guys, this was a fire show. Shout out everyone supporting, and peace. We're out of here. There you go.